Welcome, everybody, to Pitfalls and Passports. For those who don't already know, this is a podcast for people just like you who love the sport of professional wrestling and for members of our WWE Travel Community Discord server. Not a member of the WWE Travel Community? Come join one of the fastest growing pro wrestling communities online. You can find the Discord invite link here in the podcast bio. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Pitfalls and Passports, on X, Pitfalls and Pass, and TikTok at Pitfalls_Passports. Please don't forget to follow and subscribe to this podcast to keep up to date with all the things involving the wacky world of pro wrestling. My name is Dorkchop. This is Pitfalls and Passports, and joining me for this WWE recap tonight is my sister from another mister.
What up? What up? It's Mirah. How are you doing this week, Dorkchop? It's been a busy week.
I'm doing
for
a
us.
lot better than I was last week, that's for sure. I needed the hiatus.
I get it. I definitely understand. It was a lot happening, like with work and life and everything. So I get it. But
Yeah.
we got some Elimination Chamber qualifiers. We got some updates on SmackDown, some updates on Raw, and what's going on leading up until the WrestleMania season and even post WrestleMania today, because I think we just heard today that Clash in Italy will be, in Turpin, Italy, May 31st. Is that correct, if I'm not mistaken?
Correct, yeah. May
Okay.
31st of 2026, Clash in Turin. It's going to be live from Italy.
Yeah, so that's really interesting to see. I would love to go to Italy. I want to get to an international WWE show really bad one of these days, but that was awesome to hear this morning. But starting, we have SmackDown that aired on February 13th, 2026.
Yes, the Valentine's Day edition of SmackDown.
Yes. So we had two elimination qualifiers. So the men's qualifier, it was Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn in a triple threat to qualify. Cody Rhodes ultimately won that bout. It's not really a surprise there. They're taking the longer path for Cody this year. You know, I'm excited to see what happens in this case. We know who Punk is facing at WrestleMania, Mr. Roman Reigns. So this is really for Drew's title. So it's interesting to see how we're going to get there.
Yeah, I'm a little interested in the journey on how we're going to get there. I thought for sure Sami was going to win this match, though. I've been putting a little too much faith in Sami Zayn of late. And I thought that to continue the story of Drew screwing over Jacob and Cody both, they would do something where, and especially when Drew pulled Sami aside and said, "I'm really hoping you win this one." And it was like, we're gonna have some hijinks here.
Yeah, so I'm like, I thought Jacob would win. I thought if they wanted like a surprise win, I feel like Jacob, in my opinion, should have won. But I know there's another story being told with him currently, especially with the Cody Rhodes thing, trying to figure out who ultimately attacked him prior. So I'm here for it. Cody Rhodes, he is going to the chamber. And
Yes,
then our women's qualifier was Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Zelina Vega. And Alexa Bliss secures her spot in the chamber. Alexa Bliss is no stranger to Elimination Chamber matches. I think she is a great contender to have in there. She has the actual history of being in that match. She's a previous, I think she retained her championship in one or won a championship in one. So it'll be cool to have her in there. I think this will be good because I think ultimately Liv Morgan is picking Stephanie. So this will be good for Jade in this title. I think we have not seen Jade do a lot, but we did on Friday. She did have a match on Friday.
We did. Now, just one thought about the women's qualifier. Yeah, I'm happy that Alexa won, but I'm also a little bit disappointed that Julia didn't win, and they dashed her dreams of becoming a triple champion.
Darn it. What a pity. So what are we doing with this U.S. this U.S. belt right now? Because I'm very confused on what we're really doing with this belt.
They're treading water with it right now, and I would like to see them do more with it.
Yep.
It seems like it's wasted. Whereas you look at Raw with the Intercontinental title with the women, Becky has elevated that belt to a massive importance.
And you need someone like that holding that U.S. championship. I feel like once that happens for that belt, it'll be great. Now, in my opinion, Chelsea is a great person to have with the belt, but fortunately she is now injured, Chelsea Green. So without having a character or a presence like Chelsea, I feel like this US title is just being washed to the wayside, honestly.
Yeah, the U.S. Championship needs somebody like Charlotte or Alexa to win it. I would think one of them would legitimize that belt and give it some importance, some juice.
I would say Charlotte for sure.
Yeah, but then again, Charlotte only competes for world championships,
so we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Next, we had 2 championship matches on Friday Night SmackDown. We had the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. So we had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend. And that ended in a no contest. So one will say that there is story development happening for these tag titles leading into the WrestleMania season. Dork, we were there for the Philly Raw where the Bella Twins had said that they're there for one thing and, one thing only, which would be the tag belts. Somehow, some way, we're getting to that either before Mania or after Mania, somehow, some way. So we're just building stories to have these multi-women tag match at WrestleMania, I believe.
I believe as well. Just this ultimately does not remove Lash and Nia from the equation. I just think it was lame how we got there.
Yes.
Because they were starting to cook with this match. This match was fun.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was hard hitting. And then for them to just all of a sudden, oops, Io counted out, and then they say it was a no contest, and especially the brawl that happened after the bell. I mean, you could have done that brawl during the match, and that would have legitimized a no contest.
Yep.
But we can't have nice things in WWE, can we?
I've been saying that for the last 2 days. I could never have nice things. I can never have nice things when it comes to this professional wrestling thing. But next we had a WWE Women's Championship match, Jade Cargill versus Jordynne Grace. That was 2 heavy hitters, going at it. I thought that was a good match. Didn't Jade do a one-arm jaded, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that?
Yes, she did. But you're missing the most important development of this match. The Miss Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio were ringside doing a romantic Valentine's Day dinner.
Lord Jesus, how could I forget?
Heart-shaped nuggies. Oh my God. Heart-shaped nuggies. How romantic.
So I like that Liv is going back and forth. I think we've seen something similar previous, Rumble winners especially, but knowing the story between like Judgment Day and what's going on over there and, Liv helping SmackDown ratings, honestly, I feel like people are tuning in a lot more because she's on there and people are probably buying last minute tickets because she's going to be on the show. So I like it. I mean, I'm like, can we just speed this up? I know what this is about to get to, so let's get to that juicy part right there.
Yeah, because also, and speaking of the Judgment Day, where is Roxanne Perez?
Give her the U.S. title belt. She'll do with it.
Yeah, she has disappeared completely from television ever since she took that table spot.
Yeah, because it's really only been Raquel, Liv, Dom, and Finn, and JD. That's all we've seen.
JD just returned on Monday.
Yeah, he just returned, but that's pretty much it. So hopefully she back, but I don't know.
Hopefully she aight.
Yeah, hopefully so. And then some other bouts we had. We had Rey Fenix versus Trick Williams, which I enjoyed that match a lot.
I enjoyed the pre-match segment with them, with him, John, with Rey Fenix, and then when he came out, like his music played too early, but then Trick played it off beautifully. Like, oh, I have had enough of this conversation. I'm heading to the ring, and then he grabs the mic and does the Booker T bit with his theme music.
I love him though. I love him. He is so over. Give him everything. Just give him everything. I have no notes for him.
He has command of the crowd. He's really just in his element. He doesn't feel forced, and he's got aura.
I think I've seen a post and it was like, is Trick Williams the next Rock? And honestly, I think it's too early to say, but he does have that. He does have it.
He has it, and he could not get rid of it if he tried.
So, I mean, Trick does win this bout against Rey Fenix, but I think this was a really good match. I like the beginning, like you said, the spots they had in the match. I think they work really well together, so that was great. And then we had, it was supposed to be, wasn't it supposed to be Ilya versus Carmelo?
It was.
But then MFTs interrupt that, correct?
Correct.
As they tend to do, sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. So then it turns into a 10-man tag match, right?
Right.
Okay. Well,
it's about the only real development that we got out of this was Tama Tonga scoring the pin and teasing a future U.S. title implication there.
Yes, and I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but he's been posting a lot more workout videos. Like he's looking good. So I think he may be having a push soon or something to break free from the MFTs and stuff like that. Because as we know, I think him and Shinsuke have been conversating on the side. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. You know what was interesting, actually amusing, was Kit Wilson and his poetry. Yes. Kit Wilson read a few poems, about one right to Obafemi's face that may or may not get him killed. But then there was also a clap back from R-Truth, which the fact that Kit Wilson did not break character after R-Truth made a camel toe joke.
Yo.
I got to give him props for that.
I don't know how anybody stays in character being around R-Truth. I really don't.
That's the challenge.
And he does it really well because you're just like, wait, is he dead ass or is this serious? So
is he capping?
Is he capping? But no, I think I love R-Truth. He's gold.
He is comedy gold. Any segment he's in, I love it. Yeah. I love that they found a niche for him, and then like especially around the Royal Rumble, it's like Nick Aldis, here's my balls.
No, that was funny. And then we also had the Wyatt Six make an appearance on this show. So they're just continuing to be creepy fun. Spooky wooky. My theory is that it'll be a lantern match, custody of the lantern at WrestleMania or something. Probably.
I mean, maybe we get that at Elimination Chamber to put this feud to bed.
I would hope so, but I don't know. Because if we got 2 chamber matches, some other matches on the card that we'll get into, but as I'm like, is this going to be the WrestleMania match? Because if so, let's just speed this up. Tell us what it is, and let's keep it pushing.
Another pitch black match. The way your face just went stone cold there.
I was there for one of the first ones with, I think it was LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. I did not enjoy that match, and that was Bray's last match, I believe.
That was.
And I hate that was his last match.
I hate that it is too. Anyway.
WWE, we won't get no more pitch black. They can keep those, okay? No out matches, no unsanctioned nothing. Don't ever do that again. But no, I think that's where we're going with that, with the custody of the lantern. You know, Solo is Solo. So he's going to have fun with this, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Next, we have Monday Night Raw from February 16, 2026. And we had some Elimination Chamber qualifiers as well. The men's was the main event match, which was really, really good and a surprise win, I believe. So it was Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio versus Javon Evans. And Javon gets the win here. Honestly, Dominic was getting tossed like a rag doll throughout that match. Javon was also getting tossed like a rag doll. My head went to, we're putting Gunther in the chamber. But Javon snuck out that win. Once Dragon Lee stuck his nose in the business and hit Gunther over the head with the bell, it was up to the young OG and Dirty Dom, and they were able to, fight fairly or have a fair fight.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, the Ring General is an intimidating figure, and once he figures out that he's gonna win, he starts that succession of moves. When he goes from the powerbomb to the clothesline to the drop kick to the Boston Crab, and he is a relentless competitor.
Now,
and so I had a feeling he was going to qualify for the chamber. So when I found out that Javon had qualified, I was legitimately shocked.
Same, seeing it happen, I was like, oh, we're doing it. Kevin Nash can shut the fuck up now. Oh, because he's been talking shit about Javon. So
yes.
So I'm like, oh shit, we're doing it. But do we foresee Gunther and Dragon Lee, like Dragon Lee trying to get vengeance for his tag partner AJ Styles or something? Because this is the second time like this is happening. Like there has to be some type of match or something.
Yeah, I think this is a filler feud for Gunther until his WrestleMania opponent reveals themselves. Whoever that might be.
I wonder who that could be. Yeah, I think it's that one too, but we'll see. We'll see. Then we had the women's qualifier, which was Bayley, Natty, and Asuka. And Asuka wins this match. She is going to the chamber. I love Asuka. So I'm excited to see her back in a
One thing I loved about this, and it was just in the pregame or in the pre-match while we were waiting for Bayley to come out, the way Natty got in Asuka's face.
Yo, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, Natty, you're just bringing out the moves. You're a low-key legend, Natty, at the moment. So you're just playing into it. And I love that. She's not intimidated. She's here. She means business. And honestly, all three women in the match are veterans. So honestly, anyone that went to the chamber was going to be great because they're all veterans. They all know what's up.
I love this version of Natty. I am sorry. I mean, she's believable. She's a badass, and it works. It really works.
And then we had a 6-man tag match, which I believe opened the show, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Bronson Reed, Austin Theory,
and Logan Paul
versus LA Knight and the Usos.
Yeah, this was a match that happened. The Usos start coming out through the crowd, and before they can even say a word, the Vision interrupts them. Yep. It was like, okay, what's the purpose of the Usos being here? Because the Vision are belly aching about the Masked Man, and Adam Pearce is out to screw them, and blah blah blah. And then LA Knight comes out and says, quit your bitching. He says, oh, wait, I see 2 Usos over there. Let's have a tag match. And like I said, this is a match that happened.
LA Knight is stuck in the Vision vortex or vertex, whatever. And then the Usos are also stuck there.
They are. They definitely are. And it's just sigh.
Now, we did get a Masked Man. So the kind of, I guess, quote unquote, like eliminates, Austin Theory again. It eliminates Logan Paul. And the internet has been speculating because they said that they had the same sneakers, that it was Grayson Waller.
They're not even trying to hide it because of the same sneakers, man.
Yeah, the same sneakers. I think someone pointed out like a hand. Someone was saying like the eyes and stuff. And they're trying to black out the eyes. I think they like blacked out around his eyes. So I thought that was kind of cool. But it's like, hey, like the fans are going to pick up on stuff. It's just stuff that like we want to see. And obviously it's either they're going to play into it as in Grayson Waller is Seth's person, or he's just, as a shoe-in for Seth, Seth, which a lot of people are saying he's just there temporarily, which I can see, but it would be nice to see Grayson be elevated. And it could be a feud for him and Austin, because it can be like, Austin, like, you turned your back on me type of thing. There's many ways you can go about that. So I like that it is Grayson Waller, if it is, but more than likely it is, y'all.
I mean, my big complaint with this whole segment was the whole having him run into the crowd and then stop and turn around and look at the Vision, who could have very easily caught him at that point.
Right.
Unless you're going to do a reveal, don't have him stop. Just have him keep running.
Because I'm also like, are we having earpieces in? Because in my like head, I'm like, he's going to take off that mask tonight.
That's what I was thinking too.
That's what I thought. But then I'm also just like, oh no, WWE wants this, in my opinion. They want this type of shit to happen because it's going to create buzz to talk about this story on who's attacking the Vision. At one time the person is helping them that's masked. Now it's someone that's not helping them. So it's creating the buzz. We're talking about it. It's everywhere on Twitter, TikTok, and everywhere in between. So they're keeping it relevant. Again, I'm very curious to see how this reveal goes. If it's just going to be Seth in the end, or if it is going to be Seth and Grayson Waller. But I am curious to see. I am curious to see this.
I'm interested in where this is going. I think this is leading to a Seth Rollins return, but that I think that also is contingent upon whether or not Braun Breaker can come back from that hernia surgery quickly enough to make it to WrestleMania.
There's an injury bug going on all outlets, SmackDown, Raw, NXT. So many injuries right now, man. I just hope they all can get back either soon, before Mania, if it is possible, if not after Mania. Come back when you're healthy. Don't come back now just to be back. But
right.
We need to get hit with an injury bug.
And put CM Punk in a glass case.
Please.
We need that night 2 main event.
Please. And then we had Penta versus El Grande Americano. And the winner was going or became the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Penta does win. I'm very pleased for this. Where are we having this match? I don't think they confirmed if it's going to be on a random, Raw episode or if it's going to be at Elimination Chamber. I would say Elimination Chamber this match.
Yeah, I would say that as well. I mean, obviously you're going to have Finn Balor as well challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship, so that, that could play into it.
Mm-hmm.
The actual match itself was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I love the ending where the OG Americano drags Tyler Bate under the ring. By the way, Tyler Bate has been killing it as, was it Bravo Americano?
I believe that's their name. I call them Thing 1 and Thing 2. I'm not going to lie to you. But I like what Ludwig, El Grande Americano has been doing. And I like when the OG Grande Americano comes out and interrupts the match and stuff. So, I mean, we know what is leading to this. Can we just make it official? Can we start making these matches official? Let's stop playing around, WWE. Let's announce these matches.
We've got 8 weeks until WrestleMania. Actually, is it 7 now?
It might be.
Potentially.
Yeah. But Penta becomes
let's see here. It's February 10, 41, 8.5 weeks.
Okay, 8.5 weeks before WrestleMania. We'll probably start to find out middle of March. Honestly, no. Elimination Chamber. We'll get some more matches revealed to us as well. So, we'll see. But
in an Elimination Chamber, we're also going to get the reveal of what's in the box.
Yes, this mystery crate that arrived with the date of Elimination Chamber. I honestly don't know what to expect. It could be anything at this rate.
And according to rumors, it will not be Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's contract is frozen with AEW right now, so I don't think that's it. But I just don't know what it could be. I just don't know.
I don't know either, and that's as long as it isn't the gobbledygooker. Well, that would be an egg if that was the case.
I can't even think of what it could be. That's intriguing to me. So this mysterious box, which is now being sent to SmackDown. So it's curious that now I'm okay, so if it's being sent to SmackDown, it's not I guess it could be a person, but I'm just trying to think of who it could be.
Who?
I think I've seen it on the internet. They were it could be a WWE 2K26 type of teaser or something. I said, I don't think it's that. I think it's a bigger reveal or something. It could be Evil.
Okay.
Evil from New Japan.
Although, that'd be an interesting way to introduce him.
That's a hell of a way. And then we had AJ Lee return.
Yes. AJ and Becky had a verbal confrontation. And they kind of had essentially a dick waving contest.
Yes.
And then at the end of it, AJ dared Becky to hit her, just flat out, come on, I'll let you have the first shot. Let's go, come on. And Becky was like, no, you'd like that. And backed away and left the ring.
So
unrequited.
So AJ returns. She's only had 2 matches. Her 2 matches have been in either a tag match or a multi-person match. So we're getting our first singles bout with AJ Lee at Elimination Chamber against Becky Lynch. I'm curious to see how this goes because she'll be on her own. She has to, show her talents and stuff. Do we think AJ takes that belt then, or are we going to save it for another occasion? Because we're in Chicago. So my head is, if we're in Chicago, AJ is taking this belt.
If we're in Chicago, I mean, Punk is going to retain the World Heavyweight Championship, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you can have both nice things on the same
night.
Yeah,
that's what I'm like. Are we going to pull the trigger?
I think there's going to be some kind of hijinks that extends the feud to WrestleMania.
Like someone has to come out and interrupt it, or it ends in a no contest, or a draw, or just something along the lines, or a disqualification. Yeah. Because Becky is also in her heel era. So heels do what they got to do to win, or at least retain. So I'm with you there. And then I think a little bit earlier, actually after in the show, Stephanie Valkyrie, Liv Morgan is having an interview with Michael Cole, right? And then storming in is Stephanie Valkyrie. And she is this whole promo is done in Spanish, okay? All right. I was scared. Okay. I didn't even know what she was saying. I was scared by her tone, her facial expressions. Basically, from what I read online, Stephanie was basically saying she had to work 10 times as hard, that Liv had everything handed to her, all this other stuff. And she was just like, basically, you can try it if you want to, but I'm putting up a fight. That's what Steph was saying. You can try it if you want to. I'm putting up a fight. You had everything handed to you. That's how I took it.
Did you say 10 years of hard work? You working hard? That's bullshit. You've sacrificed nothing. WWE gave you everything. The best training, the best medical. You were given anything. You want to talk about sacrifice? I was born in Chile, a country where wrestling doesn't exist. She later had to apologize for that comment, by the way.
I know. I did see that part.
And now I've traveled all over the world. Japan, Mexico, Latin America, Europe, and I've conquered everyone. Everything. You should be ashamed you need to hide behind the Judgment Day. It's sad because you need to hide behind a man. But let me tell you something. I went through hell and I made it mine. Everything I did was to get to WWE and become champion. This title, for me, means more than just a title. It's all for all the little girls, all the women who never got the opportunity and overcome anyway. Liv, if you pick me, you won't win because I'm going to show you what a real champion is.
Man.
Sport Earth.
I was like, you know what? Book it. Book the match. Just Liv, pick her. Because
right into my veins.
Because you can't let a woman say that to you and have her get away with it. You just can't, Liv. You just can't do it. Liv, you're going to have to pick her. I don't make the rules. You're going to have to pick her.
Stephanie done made it personal.
Yes. She's saying that you ain't work hard. Liv, like, we've heard your story. Like, you came from struggle. You've always been a fan. Your family's always been a fan. Like, Liv has passion for this sport. And you can't say she ain't worked hard. She still worked hard for 10 years. She may have been WWE. She just got lucky, she's got lucky that it all landed, but this is going to be a match. I can't wait. Liv, just pick her.
I mean, seriously, let's just skip the formalities and get this match booked. Because,
right. Like, I'm very excited for this. I feel like this match is going to be really good. I think it's going to be a lot of emotion behind it. It could be where Raquel ultimately betrays Liv. I hope not, though. I hope it happens a lot sooner. I don't want that to destroy this beautiful match that will be had. But I'm very excited. I want them to book this.
I do too, and I want Liv to have a chance to respond and go scorched earth on Stephanie as well.
Because she can do it. We've seen her do it. So, and I think she will probably start on well, I don't know if she'll be on SmackDown, but if she does, I think she might start to drop the seeds. But Monday it's going to be hellfire.
Brimstone. Yep. And the final segment that we'll cover, CM Punk confronted Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, escalating the tensions in their feud. CM Punk essentially dared Finn Balor to do it by himself, and Finn held back Dom and returning JD McDonough from getting in his face and getting And then, of course, backstage, JD's like, we had him where we wanted him. We could have softened him up for you. What are you doing? Don't you want to win the title, essentially? And it's one of those things where I think CM Punk is getting through to Finn in the way of, you got to do this on your own, and you got to do this the right way because you're Finn Balor,
Mm-hmm.
You don't need the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is an anchor around your neck.
Yep.
And I liked that. I liked that, basically CM Punk gave him a remember who the fuck you are kind of talk.
Right. And I think the match is going to be really good at Elimination Chamber. I know there's a lot of speculation that Dom is going to come out and ruin it or some way, somehow. And then that leads to their, WrestleMania feud. And it sucks because it's like, dang, I wish Finn could capture this belt right now. But with the main event being secured, with it being CM Punk and Roman Reigns, it's just not going to happen right now. I'm not saying it can't happen in the year 2026, but I just don't see it being in the first 2 quarters, honestly.
Neither.
And
but it's re-legitimizing Finn.
Yes, and I think this will help, get him over more with the crowd. He even has his old theme song now. So so it's like, okay, he's getting to become an individual again. He's not just a part of the Judgment Day, he's Finn Balor. So I'm very excited for this match. I think my favorite match thus far that's on this elimination card is CM Punk and Finn Balor.
Yes. Touching very quickly on NXT, I'm just gonna the highlight of the night for me is the will they won't they teasing of the Zaruka breakup.
Yeah,
you gotta pull the trigger at some point, right?
I think it's going to happen. I think is it next week that Soul has her match against JC Jane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's when it ultimately is going to happen, unfortunately, and then it's going to lead to a match at NXT Vengeance between Zarya and Soul Ruka. And it's fitting for the pay-per-view that they're going to have, or the PLE that they'll have anyways.
Right. It's just they've dragged this out so long. It's obvious it's leading to a blood feud that culminates in a match at Stand and Deliver. It's just a matter of we have to get there.
Yep. And then also we got Blake Monroe. Jada Parker is injured. She's out with a neck injury, so we don't know how long this is going to be. Could be minor, major. That's my girl. And I said, we can't ever have nice things. So wishing her a speedy recovery. But Blake Monroe is now facing Thea Hale for the WWE Speed title.
The Speed title.
I don't like that at all. Blake Monroe is a main contender. Why is she not going after the North American title or even the women's championship? Why the Speed title? But NXT has some questionable booking right now. And the only other
man do we need to talk to?
I don't even know. We don't have Ava. We don't have Jada. We got Blake going after a Speed title. I don't know what's going on down there right now.
Yeah. But we do have Elimination Chamber matches coming up, and we have 4 of the 6 participants in each match revealed.
Yep.
Now, I want you to, really quickly, rank order the 4 participants in both matches based on you think who's going to win.
I'm starting with the highest probability first.
You can start lowest first.
LA Knight.
Shovel. Javon
Evans.
Okay.
Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes.
All right. Now, could anybody make this match that could make you change your mind?
Like the last 2 participants?
Yeah.
Obafemi. Probably Obafemi, honestly, or Trick, even if they want to have a young guy in the main title scene at WrestleMania. He's so over right now. But no, I think their plan of action is to get Mr. Cody Raheem Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania night 1. But we shall see.
Yeah, I'm of the same theory there. It's just Cody is going to eventually wind up back in the WWE title picture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, same thing for the women's match.
I hate to say this, but the lowest probability is going to be Rhea Ripley because she had the tag belts.
Okay.
Following that, I would say Asuka because she's still with Kyrie at this time. And then Alexa Tiffy Stratton. I think Tiffy has the highest probability. She does really well in Elimination Chamber matches, as we've seen in Australia. So I'm going to go with Tiffy at this time. The only person that could make me change my mind about that would be, well, it ain't happening, so I can wipe that away. She's in PT. It's Bianca Belair. She's doing. I was literally about to say Bianca, and I said, "Wait, can't be." But the only other person would probably be like a Jordan Grace if we want like a breakout performance. But I think Tiffy might go back for that belt. That's like our biggest contender right now.
And we have qualifiers coming up. On Friday, we will have Carmelo versus Trick versus Damian, and for the men's chamber, and then Nia versus Charlotte versus Kiana James for the women's.
I think I'm more interested in the women's. I would probably say a standout choice would be Charlotte, because then you're putting Charlotte and Alexa in the same position as they did with Royal Rumble. But if they want to make a safe choice, Nia Jax, only because she's very adaptable. She can play your, big powerhouse and get people out, or she could also play that big powerhouse that people are going after. So she plays her role really well in that. So that's the only other person I would really say.
So I'm obviously going to say Trick is going to make it to the chamber this Friday. I mean, duh. But dark horse candidate to get into the chamber, I'm going to go with Kiana. She's been showing up and showing out lately. She really has. I mean, yes, she's probably there to eat the pin, but, she has been impressing lately.
I know. Ever since the Rumble, I've been like, you know what? You're all right. Because NXT, Kiana James is very interesting. But then she went on that year hiatus. So then it's like, okay, you're getting reintroduced to the crowd. But I'm like, you're all right. And you've been hanging out and working out with Miss Charlotte Flair. So you have the future. So maybe to sneak her way in. I'm just trying to think of the title scene going into Mania. I want it to be main event contenders. I think thus far we do have that. I just don't know. And I hate to say Rhea is not going to win, but unless they lose these tag belts before WrestleMania, I don't see it. Because I would love Jade and Rhea. Ooh, I would love the Jade and Rhea match.
I think our winner is already in the women's match, though. And that's Tiffy.
I think it is,
Tiffy versus Jade does make the most sense.
This is outlandish. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. We relying on Tiffany Stratton. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord.
Lord help me.
No, for real. Lord help us, because what's going on?
Yeah.
And then another match we had, which we previously discussed, was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We think Becky is going to retain somehow, which is
in a way that extends the feud, yes.
We still extending this feud, huh? Okay. Yeah, well, I know it's going to happen. I know, but I'm just like, we still going to extend it. We started in September.
This is a series of 3 coming up here. Come on now.
Yeah, because I guess it would be 2 technically for AJ, right? To me, they don't really count. They count, but they don't, because they're in tag matches.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant Elimination Chamber, then WrestleMania, and then Backlash is 3 weeks after WrestleMania.
Okay.
Well, they're gonna have to turn around and do that really fast.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I can see it in that sense, because I'm like, everyone's like, I got 2 over, like AJ has 2 over, but I'm like, but do you really though? It was multi matches. You know what I'm saying? It was multi, and I love AJ
twice.
Yeah, she did tap twice, but I'm just like, I need to see AJ on her own in a match. So I'm very excited to see how this goes, and she'll be in her second home, because people forget she's not from Chicago. That's CM Punk's land. She's from New Jersey. So she'll be fighting in her second home.
Yes. She is from New Jersey. They give out crazy as a superpower in Jersey.
They do. They do.
If anyone would know, Mirah.
They do. And then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match, which we already talked about, with CM Punk and Finn Balor. We believe CM Punk, he will be in his home of Chicago, so he will more than likely retain, but might get some interesting stories coming out of this.
Yeah, is this where Dominic Mysterio finally betrays Finn Balor and CM Punk get through this match without jeopardizing the main event of WrestleMania?
Yes, because I feel like, we need to put him on ice. We need to have him, take a vacation, have a Roman Reigns schedule,
Chill, Daddy.
a fragile Phil. I love you, fragile Phil. I just don't want nothing to happen to this match because this match is great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I think back to last year when he had that cage match with Seth Rollins in Madison Square Garden and I'm like sitting there on pins and needles, like, oh my god, especially the top of the cage spot. I was like, please don't kill him.
So I'm just hoping that this is a very clean bout. No one does anything. No one does anything extreme, and that Punk can, win the belt. He raises it high. He goes to the back. He takes a shower, and he's able to walk. I don't want any issues
whatsoever.
Oh my goodness, it scares me. This match scares me. I'm excited for this match, but it also scares me, like you said, because Roman doesn't come back until mid-March, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he comes back the night after, the Monday after Chamber.
Okay, good. Because then he's on his 5.5 week run up until WrestleMania. Then, right?
Yes, he will. Will appear 5 times out of the 7 Raws that will happen between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
To have his schedule,
that kind of paid time off.
Oh my goodness! But no, that's our Elimination Chamber currently. We have 2 more contenders for each Elimination Chamber match, and then we may have another match added if the men's IC title, but Triple H tends to stick with a 4 to 5 card bout for the PLEs, and with 2 Elimination Chamber matches, I think we're probably set. I think this is our card. Safe to say.
Okay. So, yeah, I think maybe the Intercontinental title match gets in on the Monday after.
Yeah, same. I think so as well. I would love to have it on this card, but I'm like, I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's about as likely as Chris Jericho showing up in the box.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
One day it might happen. One day we might break the walls down.
Maybe. But until then, we have been Pinfalls and Passports.
See y'all.